listen, there's no way in the world you thought we was gonna go through 2 seasons of losing and not do one this year. I don't care. I know there's all kind of Brown talk shows popping up out of the works. They got Brown toilet bowl game shows and Brown's this and Brown's that. Everybody got Brown shows now. We were here from the gate. We was here when nobody was here.
0-16.
Yes. So
still a Raiders fan.
I know y'all ain't seen nothing from us and y'all been wondering like what's going on. Look, man, don't worry. There's no way we was missing this season. No way, brother. What's up, everybody? That's Anthony Sellers.
That's Kellen Conley.
And this is Eric Jordan.
And this is
Browns in Our Blood.
Season number 3.
That's right. So, me and Anthony did do an Odell Beckham Jr. video. You may see that at some point.
Yes,
Because
I still have it.
Yeah, we both still have it. We just haven't put it out. Because this guy was busy that day.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was actually when the Odell Beckham stuff happened, I was in France.
Yeah, you were in Paris.
I was in Paris. He was in Paris, and I got the news in Paris. I had that video too, and we will release that video.
That's right.
Yes.
So excited to be back.
Yes.
Browns in Our Blood.
Yeah.
Game is about to happen right now. The last preseason game in Cleveland against the Detroit Lions. And here's my first question. We're going to throw it to Anthony Sellers over there. Preseason thoughts heading into the last game against Detroit. Like, what do you think of the whole preseason since we didn't start like we normally do? Give me the whole synopsis, buddy.
It's been way too long. The preseason is way too long. I want to watch the season.
I know
Now,
that.
we got all these new toys.
I know
you
that.
know, toys. You know, OBJ.
Hey, wait. Y'all have playmakers, don't you?
We not just playmakers. We've hit a whole new level of playmakers. Because I will give you this.
We got some
I
real
do agree.
playmakers.
Duke Johnson was a playmaker, but he was like here. Odell is like here. Like we're on a whole new
Antonio
level.
Brown is like here.
Oh, you're gonna eat those words hard.
I don't care.
You're gonna eat them words.
I don't care
hard.
if the Raiders win the Super Bowl. I will still tell Antonio Brown in his face that he's garbage, and I don't care about his helmet and his feet.
You know, he's not stealing no more, so I really don't care. But I'm sorry, brother. Antonio Brown is the real deal.
Yeah.
He's
going to Randy Moss
You
the
got to go
Raiders.
counseling or something.
He's going to do the same thing that Randy Moss did to the Raiders. But yeah, new toys.
Yes.
Playmakers.
I'm so excited for that. Like I just want to see it all all come together, be all in action, all at once.
I agree.
I mean, I turned on the TV at one point this summer, and maybe it was First Take. They were talking about are the Cleveland Browns Super Bowl contenders. Did y'all ever think this day would come so soon? Compared to 0-16 up into what was it, 7-8-1 last year?
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
How far you've come. E, what are your thoughts?
Oh man, too many thoughts. I'm kind of like Anthony, man. I'm like I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of seeing it. I just want to get to the games. This is almost more stressful than the losing. No, not. But man, I'm really impressed with what I see so far. It's crazy how the world has embraced our Browns. How quick it can go from we're the laughing stock and all the jokes of the NFL to now we're Super Bowl contenders and like that. And please, people, look, real Brown fans, don't get bought into that hype. Do we have the potential to be Super Bowl contenders? Yes.
There's still a learning curve, though.
But that's not. I don't think that's on. I think that's on every team's chalkboard. Win the Super Bowl. Yes. But for real, us winning the division, not even gonna go there. I'm just gonna say us getting in the playoffs. Just getting in the playoffs. We do that, win. Successful year. I don't want to hear nothing about we didn't reach expectations or nothing like that. That's crap.
Right.
We get in the playoffs. Like I said, we ain't gonna even win the division because we are. Don't fall for this okey doke about the Steelers. Don't fall for that. Been through so many receivers before. Antonio Brown has made receivers out of other receivers. Watch what James Washington does this year. Juju, they're going to be a problem. Even Baltimore is going to be a problem. So don't get all caught up in that.
Still 17 weeks of football.
Yeah. A lot can happen.
Still got to play the game.
Still got to play the game. But we do got some, like you said, we got some real toys. We got some real toys. But let me tell you something. The stars of our team are not the obvious stars. The real stars of our team is that D-line. If I saw one thing, man.
That
you
was
texted
something.
us the other night.
I'm calling them moles. They're called moles. That's Miles, Oliver, Larry, Sheldon. Moles. That is real. They're gonna cause problems. Problem. That's what's gonna win. That's what's gonna be the key to us winning. Yes, we got OBJ. Yes, we got Kareem Hunt. And we got all our star playmakers returning from last year.
Kareem Hunt.
You know, Baker, and Jarvis, and Njoku, and Nick Chubb, who was really I think Nick Chubb is going to go off. But the reason why we're going to turn this thing around is going to be because of that defense, and specifically that defensive line, which because the defensive line is going to cause pressure, and them boys back there like Derek Ward and Darius Randall, they going to eat. They gonna eat. I'm gonna give y'all one. I ain't giving to y'all too many tips, but I'm gonna give you one. If you're playing fantasy, Browns defense is going to. They gonna convert. They gonna create turnovers and they gonna score.
We saw that in the Bucks game too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Garrett was only out there for 6 snaps, but still, like, the depth that D-line has it's just gonna cause problems. Yeah, and it's
you
like
see how
it's
quick he's
reminiscent.
jumping off the ball now.
It's reminiscent of Philadelphia in the year that they went with
Yeah.
Carson Wentz, because they had 7-8 deep on that D line that was just crazy.
Yeah.
That would dominate a game, and that's what it kind of reminds me of.
Yeah, that's a great analogy, and the depth we got too, with the boys are not even playing are nice. Mac Wilson, Taki, oh Taki, but Mac Wilson. It feels good saying it, don't it? Taki. It's like, give me 2
This
Taki.
is a family show.
It's like you go to the bartender, give me 2 Takis. No ice.
People need to slow down on saying that Schober's expendable, though.
Yeah,
Because of how Taki and Wilson have done in the preseason. They need to slow that down. Schober is integral. He's going to be with the team. He's going to sign a long-term deal, I think. So.
And not only just integral, he to me is like the definition of what we are. That's a culture setter right there. That's somebody that you want young kids coming into your program, walking into the locker room, and being able to look up at this guy and be like, "That's a pro." Yeah, no, he's the definition of a Brown to me. You know.
Well, I can tell you guys are super excited. Love the enthusiasm. Happy to be back here.
Yes.
So, y'all kind of touched on this already, but how does it feel for there to be so much hype around this team? Because I even went on record last season, pretty sure, especially once Baker took over and later in the season, and just how much I enjoyed watching the Browns, even outside of being on the show with you guys. I said I kind of felt like they're turning to America's team. And now, not to replace the Cowboys, but in an almost new sense of being the most popular team in the NFL to watch because they want to see what happens with them. How's it feel for so many people to either be jumping on the bandwagon or, like Stephen A., being completely against the idea that the Browns have any chance?
Let me stop real quick.
Okay.
Not America's team. World's team. According to Cleveland Browns Daily, gotta give them credit, but world's team. And it's true. Because there's fans all over the world that keep calling in and talking. It's world's team, not America's team. But, okay, go ahead.
No, I agree.
Big time.
I agree with that 100%, man.
Woo.
And it's because of the storyline. The story is amazing. I mean, just, when they go back and then, let's say we have some success, just the story of coming from where we came from, having the movie Draft Day, and then it kind of happening in real time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, the story, and can't nobody really, only us guys who've been doing podcasts and vlogs like this for like the last 3 years can really, 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 really appreciate it. Because it's like, man.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
I mean, we probably thought we were still talking about, the quarterback they had first year, whose name is Kaiser.
Yeah.
I mean, we thought Kaiser was going to be the Browns' long-term answer points, and What a long, strange trip it's been.
Kaiser still got a chance of being a good QB though. He's really learning. He
I think
does.
Sashi Brown watched that movie. He's like, that's what I'm going to try to do in real life.
Yeah.
Let's make this come.
Yeah.
Quite possibly. Man.
Yeah, and I think the guy with the Ohio State linebacker they drafted, there was nobody saw. There was a sleeper. Everybody slept on. I think that's gonna be our boy Mac.
We'll have to put it in the bottom
Alabama?
third.
Yeah,
Mac Wilson.
Mac
I think
Wilson,
I
yeah,
think
we
Mac
mentioned-
Wilson's
sorry.
gonna be the
He's
steal
out,
of the
he was
draft.
Alabama though. He wasn't Ohio State.
That's right.
He had the red almost right.
I'm just saying, he was slept on. He fell in the draft, and I think Mac Wilson's gonna be the steal of the whole draft. Like I can see this kid almost one day being up there with the greats. You got a lot of ball, a lot of things got to happen and stuff like that. But back to your original question, I'm still jaded a little bit, y'all. Like that last preseason game, the offense, and I know there was no one skill players in there. Baker was playing with Rashad and Jalen Strong, which I do not understand because I thought Jalen Strong had an amazing camp. I don't understand him. Braxton, you better really step up because this will be the first time I'm like the way Jalen Strong was playing, y'all gonna release that cat? He was balling out. But it makes me think about, well, why did Houston let him go? It must be something else we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought he played good in Houston. I was like, well, why did Houston let him go? But
It's
yeah.
also an ode to the depth at that position too.
Yeah.
I mean,
You have 4 receivers. Callaway's going to be suspended the first 4 games, but I mean, he's going to be the 4th option in the wide receivers. That's not counting if he's probably going to be like the 5th or 6th option behind Njoku, then Chubb and Hunt when he gets back. So there's a plethora of items on the offensive side to go for.
Yeah.
There's so many options. It's just
so many to choose from.
Jalen Strong did not help himself in the Tampa Bay game either. He had like 2 drop passes and stuff. He just wasn't connecting, wasn't on the same page with Baker in that whole first half either. So I think that played a part. He was already on the bubble anyways, like fighting for one or maybe 2 spots, and then he has that kind of night. But then again, Derek Willie's also had that kind of night, and he's also in that same spot fighting for 1 or 2.
Right. Right. But I thought overall he had a good camp. But it scared me when Baker couldn't. I was like, okay, what's going on? What's the problem? And then I started getting those old feelings back, and I was like, oh my, because the way we came out in the first preseason, I was like, oh Jesus. I was like, this how it's gonna be?
Yeah.
Wop.
Touchdown.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh. But the one thing about the Tampa Bay game was that D-line. That D-line came out there. Winston couldn't do nothing. He didn't have time to do nothing. Yeah.
Defense is going to lead the way.
Yeah.
And then as long as
sure.
offense falls in line, it could be the worst of times. It could be the best of times. But I'm really hoping it's the best of times, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the show because we did 0-16 and 7-8-1, and now
it's time to form the. I want to see him win the division.
Yeah.
Personally, like you said, playoffs would be a success, but I think winning the division is actually going to be the bar to set this year, the expectation.
This is a hard division. I mean,
it is a hard division, but I think that's what you want to go for.
And definitely. It's definitely. I just don't know if we have that experience yet.
yeah.
But we're up there. We're up there on the talent-wise now with Pittsburgh this year.
I think we got more talent than Pittsburgh.
We don't know, like Baltimore, I don't think, even though they drafted to what they need, it's hard to tell what's going to happen with them.
Right.
They're kind of a wild card. They could run over everybody,
Right.
or they could fall flat on their face.
Right.
And
And
Cincinnati's
just in they're just in a rebuild.
No.
I was reading somewhere where they think they got Braxton just for that, for the scout team to kind of
Yeah,
replay how Lamar would play.
that's smart.
I think that is smart, and if that's what we had to give up to get Jalen. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And like I said, I ain't in love with Jalen, but I thought he had a good enough camp to make it.
He was good through the Colts game. Then it's hard to tell what happened after that.
Right.
So
All right, so I'm going to throw this one over to you, Anthony. We always do our season predictions what we think the Browns will finish. This will be our 3rd year in a row doing it. So what are your predictions for season record-wise? And if you want to throw anything out there stat-wise for some players, you can do that too.
I'm gonna save the stat-wise for next week,
Okay.
but I think winning the division. I'm thinking
Cautiously optimistic.
11-5.
Woo!
Like 12-4, 11-5, somewhere in there.
And this is for Mr. Cautiously Optimistic.
That was last year.
And the year
not this
before.
year. That's not this year.
Man, my man is all in. My man's all in. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I kind of like that too. I'm between 11-5 and 10-6.
Okay.
It depends on what happens at the beginning of the season, because the first part of this season is brutal. That schedule is absolutely atrocious.
And then it gets easier.
Yeah. But then again, all of our division games are at the end of the season too. So.
Yeah.
But I think it's easier to get to like 11-5 than it is to get to 8-8.
Yeah. So definitely playoffs.
Yes.
Definitely playoffs.
Definitely playoffs.
I'm gonna throw my hat in this ring. 13-3.
Oh, I like you.
I feel like
I like you.
the Browns may come out the gate slow. Might even be 1-2. I haven't really looked at the schedule, but this is just off the top of my head. I feel like they might start slow, and then I think they're going to start ripping them off. I think they could have a big win season. I don't know if that guarantees a Super Bowl appearance, conference championship appearance, but I do think it's going to be playoffs, and I do think they will have one of the highest records in the league. So I'm going 13-3.
I like it. I like it.
And Odell is going to probably have one of his best seasons on record.
I think he's going to have his best season.
He has a huge chip on his shoulder.
I think this will be the first year he ends up playing all 16 games.
Knock on some wood.
In like the last, 4 or 5
4 or 5
years?
seasons.
Where's the wood?
I know.
There's no wood over here.
Yeah. Hey.
I was calling playoffs when we were 0-16, so
You were.
yeah.
You know this guy has faith.
It's documented.
Yeah, so we got high expectations for the season. I have low expectations for my Raiders. So we will see what happens. We're excited for week 1 coming up. And
But you know what, Hard Knocks, because Hard Knocks can make you, it can give you wrong reads about a team. But I don't know, man. Gruden has really grown on me with Hard Knocks. So.
he's a TV star.
Yes, he is. He is. I think y'all got something special going over here. I mean, I would have never said that originally after the Khalil Mack thing, because I thought that, I was like, well, this is the signs of idiocy. You know what I'm saying? Idiocy. I was like,
or idiocy.
Yeah. Well, that sounded that, but I'm like, man, Jonathan Abrams. I'm like, y'all.
I do like Jonathan Abrams.
Man, yeah.
He's fun. He's a fun kid, and he's hard nosed. I mean, he's hitting and when they weren't even supposed to be hitting.
And when they go to those shots of AB working out, God, dog, dude, I'll be ready to run through a wall when I see that.
Yeah, it's just nice camera angles, man. He's a prima donna. It's not going to work out.
He's documented one of the hardest working wide receivers in the league.
We talk about Odell and how he's passionate to be in Cleveland and has been all in since the trade and not flown to camp in a hot air balloon. Can we do that? How many theatrics has Odell had this?
Let's see when we run into like a 2 or 3 game losing streak, and or a couple games he hasn't scored a touchdown, and we'll see.
Okay,
that still has to be seen.
And let's see when Antonio Brown isn't playing at all, and the Gruden has to answer questions week after week about whether Antonio Brown is going to show up at the facility this week.
We're talking about 2 of the best wide receivers in the league. Besides, up there, he's up there in the top 10. Can that be agreed?
I've lost all faith in Antonio Brown.
Okay. Well, this isn't called Oakland Raiders in our blood. This
It's
is called
not.
Browns in our blood.
But I do want to tell y'all we have an exciting season coming up. We've made plans to speak with different people. We sorted out some locales over some wings over this summer. So just as always, we will be here every single week. It'll either be the 3 of us or at least 2 of us doing the show. We will make it happen. But we're excited about Browns in Our Blood Season 3, about the 2019 season. There's a FanDuel League. It's not up yet, but you're looking at the 2-time
Actually,
champ?
I think it is up.
2-time.
2-time
Yes, it is up.
FanDuel champ. Okay.
I already got my first lineup in. Did you notice that?
Oh my
I
God.
did not notice that.
Yes, my lineup is already in. I will adjust it.
The
I'm pretty
link
sure.
is in the description on the podcast and on the YouTube channel. If you win, you could win this belt. That's the whole season, ladies and gentlemen. You could get this Browns in Our Blood Intercontinental Championship replica belt off this man. He will send it to you.
Not gonna happen.
He says it's not going to happen.
3 times this year.
And it's only $3 in her? $2 in her.
$2 in.
And right now we got to open to 6 people a pop a week, right?
Yep.
If the demand is there, we will open it up to more people. We want people to play FanDuel with us.
But we are specifically talking to our friends right now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Gary.
Ooh, he dropped the name.
Yeah, I don't want to see you missing no games this year.
Woo-hoo.
Mr. Talk a big game but never see you. Look, I want to match up against you all year long, brother. Not every couple times. Come on, man. Show me what you got, brother. Come get some of this. Mischievous.
Ooh.
Mischievous, what you gonna do?
Johnny Harmonic?
Oh, yeah. Well, Johnny Harmonic is in graduate school right now. He is working on some pretty big projects.
So that's an excuse?
He does have
No
an
excuses.
I like it. Anthony's right to the point no more. Anthony used to be like, he's like, no excuses, no weeks off. Browns.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
That's so brown.
That's so Browns.
That's so brown.
So, if you like the show, like the videos,
Yes.
leave a comment,
Yes.
click that bell. When you do, you will never miss an upload to his channel, MONSTALUNG Sound Vision, and most importantly, you won't miss any Browns in Our Blood content.
Right.
Okay? If you want to get one of these Browns in Our Blood t-shirts, they are in the link in the description.
Yes.
I got my custom one with the Hyphen Podcast Group patch on there.
That's
because
dope.
this is brought to you by Hyphen Podcast Group,
Yes.
a Morgantown, West Virginia-based podcast collective bringing great podcasts to the people.
Thank you,
So you'll have
Hyphen.
the
Thank you, Hyphen.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Anthony. Hyphen Podcast Group, podcast form, and then also MONSTALUNG Sound Vision, video every week. That's how we do it. So,
I'll be there for that first game, Cleveland. See me in the tailgate. And then y'all Browns in the blood. If y'all tailgating, come see me. I'll be down there. Me and my brother Lionel. My brother Lionel just opened up a urban thrift store in Cleveland, and we'll be having vending tables set up there and food, and I might even be DJing a little bit. First game, tailgate, I'll be there, Cleveland. So all your Brown fans, be looking out for us.
shout out to Milan Puskar Stadium behind us. Shout it up here next to WVU's
Yes.
football stadium. Game 1 is Saturday.
Let's go Mountaineers.
Let's go Mountaineers, I can say that.
Yes.
And that's Anthony Sellers,
That's Eric Jordan.
That's Kellen Conley.
Raiders fan.
And this is
Browns in Our Blood.
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go.
I can't say
Let's
it.
get this shit going.
Woo!